Hey guys, Steve here from my crypto world. I hope you're having a great week. As always, on this channel, we're going to discuss anything related to blockchain technology, crypto technology, or crypto coins and alternate coins in the market. As always, I ask you to like and subscribe. If you like the channel content or the video that you're watching, give it a thumbs up or hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you can be kept up to date with all the latest things that I drop. In today's video, we're going to talk about Ripple and how they want to conquer a $156 trillion market. We're going to look at the Cardano Foundation and what they're looking to do in the next year in 2023. We're also going to talk about Binance and their move into hardware wallets. And we're going to talk about Veracity as well. All that coming up. Okay guys, let's have a look at some of the news articles that have happened recently over the last week. The first one is Ripple wants to conquer the $156 trillion market, and it's querying will XRP hit $10. The article goes on to say that Ripple is a blockchain cross-border payment company, has announced tremendous victory for its flagship product, RippleNet. According to Ripple's CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, the company's RippleNet processed $30 billion worth of payments in both fiat, which is traditional currency, and crypto. Despite the ongoing lawsuit filed by the United States SEC, the on-demand liquidity market is fast expanding as Ripple closes significant partnership deals with leading fintech companies across various markets. Now, a little earlier this week, Ripple posted this tweet. Cross-border payment flows are estimated to reach $156 trillion in 2022. Companies can benefit from faster, cheaper, more efficient crypto-enabled payments across industries and use cases. And this is the big reason why we're looking at, in part of our portfolio, if you've been following this channel for a while, you know that XRP is definitely one of the coins we are looking at holding and dollar cost averaging in if you can. The article goes on to say that should the current wedge break out like it did in they're talking about technical analysis now, like it did in the 2013 to 2017 one, then the XRP price is slated to spike beyond $10 in the next bull market. As per the XRP tokenomics, the total market cap for the digital asset will need to surpass $500 billion to trade above $10. With Ripple showing a significant resilience to push beyond the current headwinds, market strategists are confident the asset will trade beyond $10 in the coming years. So that's a massive, certainly a massive increase in price compared to where it is at the moment. And when you have a look at those figures, I'll just see if I can bring up my calculator here. So we're talking about Ripple hitting $500 billion to trade above $10. And they're after a portion of a $156 trillion market cap. Well, when you look at it like that, if you go 500 billion, I think that's right. No, that's 500 million. 500 billion divided by 156 trillion. Hang on a second, is that right? One, two, yep, no, one more. As a percentage, you're only talking about capturing 0.32% of the total cap, of the total $156 trillion market cap. So you've got to admit that that's probably very probable for Ripple in the near future to only grab 0.32% of it. I think they'll do a hell of a lot better than 0.32%. In fact, I'd be going to say as high as 10% possibly with the way their technology runs. As the article says, and we've spoken about many times on this crypto channel, is that the opportunity for Ripple in this case with their new technology they've built on the blockchain is completely outstanding. So it's certainly got a long way to go as far as I'm concerned. The next article is Cardano Foundation outlines ADA plans for 2023, and here are the key notes. While the cryptocurrency market continues to struggle with the reverberations of the FTX crash, The Cardano ADA team is optimistic about its platform's future, including the CEO of the Cardano Foundation, Frederick Gregard. There are many things I'm excited about. There are certain integrations that I'm not able to talk about right now, but I'm hoping that they will be, or they will land, because they will really move the needle both short-term and long-term. But I think what I'm mainly excited about to see is Cardano maturing outside the people who know and love Cardano today, because we want to see because what we see around us at the moment is mayhem, without a doubt. Further listing advantages of the Cardano against the current mayhem, Gregard said that the platform keeps running, improving, implementing and adding value in local communities, and we want to keep exploring new ways of building blockchain and implementing it around the world. Cardano has gone through many improvements over the last 2 years, including introducing smart contracts, scalability, recording and accelerated growth of its crypto wallets, and adding over 30,000 in a week, as Finbold reported. So 30,000, I can't remember if I reported on that, it doesn't matter. Cardano added 30,000 crypto wallets in a week due to the FTX fallout. It's also worth noting that Cardano is developing a new lightweight multi-chain crypto wallet called Lace, which promises to seamlessly link Web 2 and Web 3 elements into a single interface, which the team considers to be a game changer. So there's lots of stuff happening in the Cardano world as well. And again, I keep repeating myself, but as I've said it many times on this channel, Charles Hoskinson and his team are quite level-headed people and quite what's the correct word for it? Innovative when it comes to this space. They've got a lot of backing behind them, so I've got no doubt that they'll certainly be pushing through and making waves in the crypto space for years to come. So talking about hardware wallets, Binance has now made move into the hardware wallet industry with a new investment. This article goes on to say that Binance Labs has made a strategic investment in the Belgian hardware wallet firm Ngrave, and will lead its upcoming Series A round. Cryptocurrency exchange Binance is making a move in the hardware wallet industry. The firm announced on November the 21st that its venture capital arm, Binance Labs, made a strategic investment in the Belgian hardware wallet firm Ngrave, and will lead its upcoming Series A round. Founded in 2018, Ngrave specializes in self-custody and provides a secure suite comprising of 3 major elements: connectionless hardware wallet 0, key backup tool Graphene, and liquid mobile app. Yi, the founder of Binance and a head of Binance Labs, pointed out that security remains one of the biggest challenges for crypto adoption, as we've all found out over the last couple of weeks because of the FTX fallout. Self-custodial wallets are one of the most secure methods for storing digital assets, he said, adding that Binance is looking to continue this backing startup. He said that Binance is looking to continue backing startups that enhance user security. In early November, Binance also partnered with hardware wallet maker Ledger to allow Binance users to purchase crypto directly through the Ledger app with their bank cards. On November the 14th, Binance CEO CZ even admitted that centralized exchanges may no longer be necessary. So this is really good news moving forward into the future with blockchain technology. Centralized exchanges may no longer be necessary as investors shift to self-custodial solutions. If we can have a way to allow people to hold their own assets in their own custody securely and easily, that 99% of the general population can do it, centralized exchanges will not exist, or probably don't need to exist, which is great, CZ said. So that is really where crypto is going, I believe. We're certainly nowhere near it at the moment, but having to think about what this space might look like in the next 7 years as we head into 2023, 7 years from there, going to 2030, there's going to be a lot of development in this space without a doubt. And I agree that if you've got a cold storage wallet that you can quickly connect to anywhere, or even not wirelessly even, and purchase your cryptos through that and keep that offline at all times, that is a better solution than leaving it open to exchanges, which, as you know, have now been many of them have fallen apart due to fraud or no non-governance activity that's happened. Final story for today is just about Veracity. Again, Veracity is one of the coins, VRA, that has been in my portfolio now for several years. I've spoken about it and done many stories on it in the past. The US Intellectual Property Office grants full patent approval for reward video by Veracity. So the article's pretty short, but very powerful. Veracity, an open ledger ecosystem designed to provide and reward video services and prevent advertising fraud, announced today that it had received full patent approval for its reward video system and method in the United States with international priority. The patent approval represents Veracity's most significant milestone in protecting and licensing its reward video technology to date. I really think Veracity and Theta Labs should get together. Reward video is any type of incentivized viewing and provides rewards to users for watching a video. The reward video format is particularly popular in gaming, where users may receive in-game credits, items, currency, or even traditional cash as reward for watching video content or ads displayed within the app. All of these types of reward videos will now fall under Veracity's patent entitled System and Method for Reward Video Viewing, and for which licenses fees will be due. Within the Veracity ecosystem, reward video is made available through featured name Watch and Earn, which most of you, if any of you have played a game either on your iPad or your mobile phone, you would have been bombarded, I'm sure. You download a free app, you download a free game, and you've got the ability to earn tokens or free passes to certain levels if you happen to watch a video, and that's what really that's all about. So it's trying to get rid of the fraud that happens in that space. Veracity's awarded patent more broadly covers any video in any digital format which a reward is granted to the viewer, opening up a whole host of new businesses and licensing opportunities. So certainly, again, look, there's 4 coins here that, again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. It's just what I would do. Certainly, I'm looking at Ripple and trying to dollar cost average as much as I can. Cardano is a no-brainer for me. Binance, we spoke about Binance about 2 weeks ago, how that if I had to start my portfolio again, Binance might be one that I'd look at very carefully. And obviously, VRA, I've been speaking about that. We don't do a lot of stories on VRA. It's quite a quiet achiever. A story will pop up and then you'll hear nothing for 6 months, and then all of a sudden, they'll announce another development. So they're not in the news a lot, but they're going to have great scalability as this sort of people become aware of the dramatic effects this is going to have across the system. This is going to save companies worldwide billions of dollars for their incredible technology. So it can only go up from here. Now, finally, just before we sign off, I've been asked questions about which one should I get into more, Bitcoin or Ethereum. This is coming from people who are new in the crypto space, so I thought I'd just share my 2 cents worth and bring up my trusty chart as I normally do. So what I want to look through at the moment, let's go to Bitcoin first of all. Now, Bitcoin at the moment is in a downwards trend, and it's floating right on about $16,500, right just on this this sort of sideways movement here that happened back in November 2020. Now, if you're looking at things like trend lines, which some people do, when you're drawing a trend line, my goal is always to get 3 points to touch. So we had that just here. And back a little while ago, I would have thought, you know what, we're probably seen and we had a breakout above the trend line or to the side of the trend line. And back then I would have said, reasonably so, with my technical analysis, the bottom may be in, and I don't think it would fall any further. The Bitcoin moved up and then dramatically dropped in one day. That was obviously due to the FTX fiasco, but it dropped nonetheless. And when it dropped, it took out this low here that would happen in June. And because of that, I call this trend line invalid, and I have to redraw the trend line. So the trend line now, for me, will sit something like this. And if I was new to the crypto space and I'd bought in there, I would have definitely gotten out by now. If I was a trader, if I'm a long-term investor, very different story. But if I'm a trader, I would have actually got out as soon as this low was broken, so on that trade there. So you would have lost money on that trade. Going through now, there's only 2 points to touch for the trend line. So I think this will either continue to go sideways, and if it does, that's a good thing. However, the next downside for us on this is really going to, whoops, what have I done here? I want the horizontal line. These going to be around about here. So at the $12,000 mark, right above this top here that happened all the way back in August 2020. When you have a look at Ethereum, there's just a lot more stability for Ethereum at the moment, in my non-professional opinion. So let's go to our trend line. Now we want 3 point. I've done the wrong one. Not like that. How did I muck that up? Let's have a look at your trend line. Okay, so if we go down and draw a trend line for Ethereum, remember I'm always after 3 points to touch, roughly. And trend lines, some people get fanatical about trend lines. It's got a, you know, it only has to touch 2 points. It only has to touch 3. It has to touch them exactly, all that sort of stuff. I don't. I think there's a valid point to say it's reasonably close. That's enough. But here I've got 3 points where it at least touches or comes close to. So for myself, I would say that's a valid trend line. Now, when I'm looking at a valid trend line, as I did with Bitcoin, I don't want to see the low taken out. So this is a low where it is now. If this... So for me, I think the bottom's in for Ethereum. I think there's a lot more upside for Ethereum than I do Bitcoin, because we're still resting on this low. It hasn't been taken out like it had with Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin, the low had been taken out here. I should put the line on there actually. Let's go to that. And that low here was taken out, and we had to redraw the trend line. So Bitcoin's already made that move. Ethereum has not, and it doesn't necessarily say Ethereum won't. It absolutely could also continue to fall down, either bounce off this $879 resistance line, or it may not. It might trade up against it. But at the moment, just looking based on really basic technicals, I would say Ethereum has got more bang in its stride than Bitcoin has. Again, my opinion only. Now, just looking at the total market cap as well, I was asked the other week why I thought the bottom was in, because I'd done a story explaining how everything seems to be leveling out. Everything's on a resistance line. I don't think I took my chart far enough back in the past to show you why I think this is the case. But if we just look where we are right now, right on this blue line here, this $748 billion level that we're floating on top of at the moment, and we trace that back all the way back to 2018, and I'll blow this up to make it easier to look at. Sorry for all my mess all over the charts, but that's what happens when you're playing around with this sort of stuff. You can see that we are sitting right on the high of 2018, which is a very important peak that appeared back then. And it's always interesting to see, because you never know that peaks when you're witnessing a peak happen, that it will one day become a support and resistance line for future pricing, and that's exactly what's happened here. So the market has moved on. We've grown and we've tumbled, but we've come right back down to this support line, and for me that is very, very significant. So I don't believe there's going to be too much more downwards movement in this. There might not be much upward movement, mind you. It might go sideways for quite a while. You can see here after the 2018, after it dropped, it pretty much went sideways for nearly 2 years before we started getting any more momentum. Now, we've already gone sideways for quite a while. We've gone sideways since around about the start of 2022 all the way through. So we've almost gone through an entire year. We may have another year left of sideways movements before the next bull run commences. So I'm not overly worried about it. I spoke about this in my last video, that I'm more confident that the bottom is in now. I'm actually I have more faith that the bottom's in and the pricing is where it is at the moment, and it's going to be fairly good. So I've commenced dollar cost averaging once again back into the crypto space. Well, that's it for this video, guys. I hope your week is good. We'll see you in the next one. Any comments, please drop them below and I'll try and reply to you. I'm always busy because I don't often get to reply to comments. My apologies for those that do leave them. Until we see you in the next one, take care of yourself and each other. Cheers.